As far as entrances go, it doesn't get much more surreal than this. Donald Trump walking into the Republican National Convention last night with his ear wrapped after surviving an assassination attempt. Julia Benbrook joins us from Milwaukee, where the theme today is Make America Safe Again. Julia.
And Melissa, we expect a big, high-profile list of speakers on the second day of the Republican National Convention, including senators, members of the House of Representatives, a reality TV star, one of Trump's top contenders for vice president, and a couple of his former primary opponents. Now, we've heard that Trump himself and his newly announced running mate, Ohio Senator J.D. Vance, will make an appearance again this evening, but it will be hard to top last night's surprise visit. Former President Donald Trump receiving a hero's welcome at the Republican National Convention Monday night. It was his first public event since surviving an assassination attempt at his Pennsylvania rally. Next to him, his vice presidential pick, Ohio Senator J.D. Vance. On Tuesday, we're hearing from several of Trump's former primary opponents, including Florida Governor Ron DeSantis, who quickly endorsed Trump after dropping out of the race in January.
The majority of Republican primary voters want to give Donald Trump another chance. He has my endorsement because we can't go back to the old Republican guard of yesteryear.
Also taking the stage, former South Carolina governor and former UN ambassador Nikki Haley, Trump's chief rival in the Republican primary contest.
At some point, maybe we should say the reason that America keeps losing is because of Donald Trump.
Haley suspended her campaign in March, and it took a while for Haley to say that she would vote for Trump. Her support came with advice.
Trump would be smart to reach out to the millions of people who voted for me and continue to support me, and not assume that they're just going to be with him.
Original reports did not list DeSantis and Haley as speakers at the convention. Their slots were confirmed in recent days. Also speaking tonight, Florida Senator Marco Rubio, a top contender to be Trump's VP pick. Now, he learned yesterday that he had not been selected, but quickly after showed his support for the ticket, calling Vance a, quote, fantastic choice.
And Julia, there are new details about how former President Donald Trump picked Senator J.D. Vance to be his running mate. What can you tell us about that?
Well, this really came down to the wire. There had been several names floated, and until yesterday, no one seemed to be sure, maybe even not the president himself. Vance got the call yesterday. He said that Trump told him that he thought that he was the guy that could help him win, help him get across the finish line. Now, Vance had his final meeting with Trump before Monday's decision took place at Trump's Mar-a-Lago club on Saturday. That was just hours before the former president traveled to Butler, Pennsylvania for his rally where that shooting took place. Vance left Palm Beach confident in his chances, but wasn't assured that he would get the nod. Now, in an interview with Fox News after Vance appeared that he had the nomination, he said that Trump did say that he thought he was the guy that could help him the most.
And Julia, President Biden is hitting the campaign trail again today after last night's interview with NBC. Were there any major headlines from that sit-down?
Well, President Joe Biden reiterated that he is glad that former President Donald Trump is okay. But he also did point to his opponent for helping raise the political rhetoric right now in American politics. He spoke about his own debate performance as well. If you remember last week, that's what we were all focusing on, was Biden's poor debate performance and if he was going to continue to run. He downplayed those concerns in this interview and made it clear he's the nominee. Now, he also spoke about that phone call with former President Donald Trump. He said it was very cordial. It was short. He wanted to make sure that he was okay. Biden is going to be back on the campaign trail, and he is wanting to put the focus on policy right now. He's announcing some new agenda items that he hopes will speak to voters, focusing on policy and not necessarily the people taking on his opponent directly.
Okay, thank you, Julia. That's CNN's Julia Benbrook.